I have 350, 350, that's all. They will only allow us to pre-sell 350. That's because in total, there are only 2,000. This is an astonishing achievement, never done in our 40-year history. This is solid 14 karat gold. It doesn't look like, kind of like, sort of like, not tone or color. It is solid 14 karat gold with a quarter carat of some of the finest diamond that you will find, set to look as if it is 1.5 carats. We will talk about this patented setting that creates a spectacle of a look. It doesn't matter what designer you look to, everybody loves the halo. It's timeless, it's elegant, it's perfect. World-class Seema Kay, one of the most revered, highly acclaimed designers on the planet, has done this for our HSN customers. She's a dear friend of mine, and I am over the moon that this was brought to a reality.
Thank you.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you.
Can we start at the beginning? Because this has been a journey to get to this point.
What a journey. It's really been a journey, and it was an amazing journey. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so honored that Adam chose this today's special to do a pre-sale for us. Why gold? Why diamond? Why halo? I'm gonna tell you all about it. If you look at this pendant, I'm gonna tell you the whole journey, and you're gonna come with me and we're gonna go through this together. So the sketch is where I start. The passion, I start thinking, how should I make it? What should I make? So I thought, why not halo? Halo is a design that's been around for centuries. I'm talking about 1700, 1900, and even in the red carpet today, it's on forever and it's gonna stay forever. And then gold, of course, why not gold? Why would we buy fake jewelry when we can buy gold for a price that we can because I can do it? Yes. Why? Why can I bring it? Everyone is gonna ask this question. If you're tuning in, how did she do it? How did she bring this? It's because I'm in this business for over 35 years, and I cut all the middlemen. So I went last year, I sourced, literally sourced the rough, and I brought for you samples. This was a hard task because it's very hard for us to bring rough. I brought for you the pieces of rough that goes inside the ground, girls. I want to talk about this diamond so you are with me. Inside a ground, inside a 2,000 feet by 4,000 feet, they dig and they find these beautiful minerals, and they are real. They're diamonds with a little bit feathers inside, and they bring it. And I take them to my cutters. I sit with them, teach them how to cut it exactly, specifically, so they sit so perfectly together.
Seema, I am sorry to interrupt, my darling. We have now fewer than 280 left before we have to move along. Guys, the magnitude of this, the value of this, the quality of this is through the roof. HSN is one of the biggest gemstone and jewelry retailers in the world, and that's why we're able to work with a world-class designer like Seema and make this a reality. If you've always wanted a diamond pendant that you will wear every day, that becomes heirloom, that you pass down to your daughter, that you will wear on every special moment, occasion, every sentimental, absolute memory that will be made wearing this, will always be special. This is authentic, genuine, best of the best. And when you buy this, you could buy it because the appraised value is $800. That's the lowest appraised value. 2 others came in higher. You could buy this because you love diamonds. But here's the thing. When you wear it, I want you to remember that you are wearing a Seema Kay original. And when somebody asks you in the restaurant, in the airport, at the hotel, on the cruise, when somebody asks you, where did you get that remarkable solid 14 karat gold and diamond necklace, you tell them it's a Seema Kay original, because the value of adding the Seema Kay name is priceless. Forget the price on the screen. Me saying Seema Kay does even more. Guys, they are limiting this now to 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes. They are projecting we will have hit our 350 mark in 10 minutes or less. Seema, my darling, I think I've said all I need to say. Clearly, it's already a hit. Please continue with the story.
That's okay. You're in this business for so many years, and I think you know about diamond and gold so much. Tell me the truth. When you look at this piece, What size do you see? What do you think is the weight?
It's like 1.5 carats to 2 carats.
Thank you. So asking someone that knows the business, when he's looking at that, and by the way, TV, as much as they're trying hard, they don't do enough justice to this piece. This piece is gorgeous. Why halo? I did a solitaire, and then I designed a halo, which is an angel around it. And then this halo brings and reflects even more light. Do you see what's happening there? That's not fake, girls.
No.
That's real. This is live. This is happening right now. The lights come from so many different directions, from the side of the halo, from behind of the gallery, from top of the piece. Every one of these lights come together and they reflect, and they're gonna be shining on your neck. And they're gonna be, it's like back in the days when Sophia Loren had someone walking with her with lights.
Yes.
You know, those days they didn't have technology.
Right.
So they had these lights, I've seen it, they had these lights walking with these celebrities. So you're gonna have this light walking with you everywhere you go. That's why I called it Circle of Light, because this is circle of light, of passion, of what I love, and I want to give everyone.
And I said to Seema and I said to the team, I said, the only way we can do this is if you can promise me that at $279 this will be large. I don't want rinky-dink. I don't want teeny tiny. I don't want somebody to strain to see what there is there. I want somebody from the other side of the room to go, oh, that's beautiful. Folks, it is a spectacle. Please bear with us. We are trying to process these calls as fast as possible. Our amazing producer, Alison, is telling me, okay, if you want the yellow gold, just to give you a heads up, even with our pre-sale, there's only a total for the entire event of like 600 now left, even when we officially launch it, Seema. This is not good. Well, I mean, it is good, but it's not good for tomorrow night. Okay, so continue, my darling, because when we get this home as well, I know you pride yourself on the certificate of authenticity that comes, that helps to educate us on this remarkable piece.
So I want to talk about that. So this is a certificate that I put in every one of those pendants. By the way, I am there when everything gets packed. I am there when everything gets cut. I am there when everything gets sorted. You don't understand. I am hands-on in every step of the way. So when you're looking at that, I want to explain to you step by step. 14 karat gold. What does that mean to people? You know, we take it for granted because we think everyone knows what is 14 karat gold. So the base of a gold is 24 karat. An American standard is 14 karat. And why is that? Is because when it's 24 karat, it's too soft. When it's 7, 8, 9, 10 karat, it's too hard. So the American standard is right in the middle, which is the perfect softness and hardness, the perfect color of yellow. As it gets higher, it gets more yellow. So you have 14 karat plus the 10 karat of other alloys in there. That's why it's called 14 karat. Then you're looking at the diamond where it says HI, I1, I2. So what does that mean to you guys? So according to GIA, according to the Gemology Institute of America, every diamond has 4 C's, which is cut, which is carat, which is color, and clarity. So over here, we have the perfect cut for us. Now, I sit there with the cutters, and I explain to them.
Perfectionist.
That they don't like me, but you love me. I explain to them how to cut every single diamond and how it has to come with a naked eye. You do not see any prongs over there. Yes, this is by magic, it's being held. There are prongs, but you don't see them.
No.
Because this is perfection. You see only 4 prongs where that solitaire is being held. So I sit there and I explain to them that the cut has shallow, ideal, and deep. I want ideal. These are ideal cut. And I want the carat to be perfect. So the carat, this is, by the way, this is me in the factory, and I was trying to be there and explain to them how I want every piece to be so perfectly set, so perfectly designed. When I got the rough, I want later on, please, when you get a chance to come to the table with me so I can walk you through the whole thing and you're gonna see this.
Should we do that now? Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, oh, that would be great.
Guys, we only have 3 minutes left. Thank you so much again for everybody that's taken the chance in getting this pre-sale. With everybody on the phone line, there's about 100 remain. We will be offering this at the full launch at midnight. Not tonight, but tomorrow night going into Wednesday. When it does launch officially, Alison's, forgive me, was it the white gold or yellow gold? The yellow gold, when we launch it officially, will be down to less than 500. So that will be gone within 5 minutes of launch. If you've always wanted a genuine diamond pendant necklace, this is your chance to be able to do it. The matching diamond studs, incidentally, I have 150 in white and 240 in the yellow. They're at the bottom of the screen in terms of called out, and they just go back like a dream. Okay, the rest of the time is all yours, my darling. Take us on that journey.
So you could wear that pendant with anything that you have. If you have any other pair of earrings, but it would be nice if you have the earring, then you have the triangle of light coming from your ears and your neck and the whole thing together. So if they come and help me, they come to the table for a second and they zoom to what I have here, I want to share with you. So you see the passion, you see the whole process of how this came to life and how I was there and how I picked the rough and how I made sure that every piece of rough is cut perfectly and how I made sure that every piece of carat is perfect. By the way, by the law, when we say this is 25 points, we are not allowed to deliver even 24 and a half.
No.
So this is minimum 25, and you're gonna have definitely more. There is 49 pieces of diamond, 49 pieces of diamond hand set under a microscope, piece by piece, to create that silhouette, to create that angel. Yeah. Look at that. That's an angel. So Mother's Day is around the corner. You want to tell your mom I love you? This is it, with an angel pendant.
It's a forever piece. This is something we dream of. And I want you to know, because we all sat down, we went to every single website of all the mainstream designers. We went to every single website of all the mainstream jewelry stores. There is nobody that can come close to what this is on quality, on solid 14 karat gold. Remember, this isn't tone or plate, it's solid 14 karat gold in yellow or white, and the quality of each one of those diamonds. And that's why I know Seema is focused intently on sharing this with you. She's approved every single diamond, because Seema's reputation, which she's built for over 25, 30 years in this industry, is dependent on every single piece that she puts out. So when Seema sends this to you, when HSN sends this to your door and you look at it with your naked eyes, we want to make sure that you say, wow. We don't want you to go, it's a bit small or it's too lifeless. Folks, this is breathtaking in every respect.
Let's not forget about the chain. Yeah. First time ever, I did a chain with an extender. By the way, gold products never comes with an extender. I did it. I did it for today's special. I wanted this to be really special for my special Adam launch.
I love you.
Look at that. Diamond cut chain, and the chain is with an extender from 16 to 18 inch. So if you feel like you want to wear it shorter, you can in this case. It comes in yellow and white gold both. The chain is here with you, for you. Nobody sells pendant gold with chain. I do. The chain is here for you. I don't want you to forget, there's a lobster lock that is so comfortable. You open it, you never have to ask anyone else to put it on for you. You can do it yourself. So is it possible to come to the table? I think it's not. I think they're trying not to do it.
Yeah, can we show Seema? Yeah, you
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. So I want to show you for 2 seconds what's going on here. You have. Are you guys here?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you have the rough here. You see this little piece of rock? This is what comes out of the mountains. This is what comes out of the ground. The real thing next to it is when we cut it, the actual diamonds, and these are my certificates that come with every piece, and in the certificate it's gonna guarantee you the quality, it's gonna guarantee you the diamond, the weight, and you're gonna wear this and you're gonna feel like a queen, carat and a half on your neck.
I love you. Thank you so much, my darling. What an absolute